match. This match is between Raptor and Deoxys. Deoxys very well known in the War of the God scene, you know, pretty much getting in there. If not in top 8, very close. And another thing that sticks out about Deoxys is the fact that he plays Blue Beetle, a very obscure, underutilized, underused character. In this game, Raptor's going to be going with Robin. The main and probably the best asset to Robin is the very long range of his normals, thanks to that giant sword. And Deoxys all over the idea, all over the fact that Raptor was going for a throw and was able to actually neutral jump and completely punish him for it. You know, that's just recognizing a situation where you can tech throw and just taking it a step farther and really punishing your opponent for it. With a huge scramble in the corner, Deoxys tries to just jump out of the way of that smart Birdarang, but it is a smart Birdarang, so it's actually going to track his movement as he tries to go over to the other side and tries to desperately get out of the corner. Raptor holding on to that one bar, not really cashing in yet. Maybe he's looking for the clash, maybe he's trying to force something before he can actually commit into some damage here. Deoxys throws Raptor into the corner. Raptor's got access to that bear trap there, but decides not to go for it. Hits the shield right in his face, and the assassin strike for the side switch here. Misses the forward 3. That is crucial. That is huge. This is Deoxys' chance to make a comeback. Hits him with the sweep at pretty much max range. Now you got to watch out for those the overhead, or I guess the jumping meter burn projectiles do hit overhead.
Call it a draw? Quit embarrassing yourself.
3 bars apiece. The clash is tied. Both players don't know what to do. Both players just not wanting to give each other an inch in terms of damage dealt or health regain. The down 2 as he tries to attempt to get his way in. Catches the air escape and just waits for him. You know, he pretty much sniffed the fact that he was going for some kind of delayed wake up and just detonated it right on his wake up when he had no choice but to block and lose because of chip damage. Oh, the Birdarang trait tries to come back to him. And, you know, Robin has such great screen control in the sense that he can kind of, you know, go for different wake ups, go for different combo enders, depending on whether he's in the corner or whether his opponent's in the corner. Oh, a big miss there, but no punish by Deoxys on the whiff. Good conversion there, recognizing that Robin was airborne for that projectile and realizing that he can actually shield bash him right after for a little bit more damage. And the overhead there, you really gotta watch out with Robin. He doesn't have too much damage coming from a starting low, you know, other than just his sweep or his red trait. But really where most of the damage comes from is that overhead. Bounce cancels. And what beautiful stuff there until he drops it. Doesn't matter. Ready to just attack after the assassin strike. Shield bash territory here. He just barely gets the sword right over his head. It's really unfortunate for Raptor, but he just kind of moves forward and decides to continue on. Goes for the assassin strike to keep Deoxys in the corner. Doesn't want to give Blue Beetle too much breathing room. He does have access to, you know, air dashes, and he's pretty mobile. And what a punish there by Raptor, but decides to just cut it short. Maybe he's going for unclashable. Maybe he's just going to be going for, you know, one hits here and there. Maybe a nice meaty sweep. Maybe a jump in 3. Backdashing out of trouble there. The smart Birdarang doesn't get to him. And Raptor eats a barrel of oil for his troubles as he tries to just close the gap between himself and Deoxys. Deoxys utilizing that alligator. You really got to watch out. And in Injustice 2, you really have to be mindful of your surroundings. Doesn't get the low there. Both players just kind of spacing each other out. And Deoxys just decides to go for it.
You're fighting the master, rookie. Maybe I should have stayed in El Paso.
3 bars to 1 bar. Very interesting choice. Unfortunately for Deoxys, that 1 bar only prevented Raptor from getting back 5%. So that was definitely a good call on Raptor's end. Oh, and the cross-up punish there by Deoxys, punishing his landing animation frames here because he did swing in the air. Not sure if that crossed up or not. The assassin strike to put himself in the corner. And Deoxys takes this one, cashing in with that bar and making sure that Robin was not going to get up after that combo. We're going to stay here on the Slaughter Swamp, and right out the gate, Raptor hitting that overhead and connecting this nice and strong, beautiful combo here. The down two to get right through that gap. Whenever you see Robin toss that sword up in the air, there is actually a pretty big gap there. A lot of characters can, put in either special moves that are fast enough or just normal moves that are fast enough. And you just saw Deoxys do it there. Chucking the barrel there. Deoxys trying to set up a full screen game, and Raptor just wanting to close this out. I think Deoxys really understands the timing of that the smart Burgerang and how to get over it. So it's really changing a lot in this matchup, and that is just pure adaptation there. Goes for the air-to-air, the recognition of Deoxys, the ability that you need to play Blue Beetle at this level is crazy. But it doesn't matter, Raptor just DPing his way out, finishing his combo, finishing his plate, and getting rid of that gray bar before Deoxys gets rid of his. And the down two.
I think I got the better toys.
Does close it out for Deoxys. This is pretty much a tied game here. However, Deoxys has a slight meter lead, and that's probably only because of the life deficit. Actually, never mind. It's definitely more. Deoxys is probably just managing it a little bit better. You do gain meter in this game when you do get hit, but it's not that much.
Hand over the suit, Beetle. Maybe I should have stayed in El Paso.
2 bars at his disposal, and he's gonna use it. Damage dealt 25%. I think that's a great trade for 2 bars. It's access to free damage. It's just a way to just kind of stop the train of the clash. The hard knockdown of Smurf Burgerang, and Deoxys opting to go for the delay wake up, and Raptor all over it. Down two right in the gap of that string again. Raptor's got to think twice about doing that string again. Not sure, maybe he should bait it out next time. Going for the overhead and the cross up. Deoxys blocks perfectly. Push blocking to get a little bit of distance between himself and his opponent, and Deoxys doesn't quite finish it out. This assassin strike and the jump over as Deoxys just charges at him, and Raptor getting completely around it and landing fast enough to punish those recovery frames. What a jump in there. Putting him to the sky, knowing that he's going to take to the sky, and just meeting him with a down two. Perfect way to just anti-air your opponent in this game is down two. Again, no punish there by Raptor because it's just, the recovery of the shield bash and whip just kind of slightly low profile himself. Raptor's doing a lot of backdashing. Once he does establish contact with his normals, he does like to back off a lot. So let's see how Deoxys deals with it. Maybe he might give him a shield bash of his own. Oh, flipping over to the other side, and what a punish there! Perfectly timed. The down air escape, not the easiest thing to do. You really need to understand and know your opponent's combos in order for you to punish right there. Chucking projectiles, Raptor looking for his way in, looking for his opening here. Goes for the meter burn forward 3, doesn't even need the armor, just the fact that it was an overhead just caught Deoxys by surprise. It could be that, it could be, the very deceitful way that it kind of looks like it's not going to reach, but forward 3 on Robin actually has a great amount of range. Burgerang forcing the block string here, letting Raptor apply some pressure. Oh, and just not fast enough. Deoxys gets right through it. Those multiple hitting, Blue Beetle has so much access to quickly multiple hitting moves in his move list. The Burgerang goes away and doesn't finish the arc, so it just nullifies it. Doesn't become active ever. And the Assassin strike Deoxys in a bad spot here.
I'm doing well so far. Your mediocrity is killing me.
Deoxys has access to 4 bars, decides to keep 1, uses 3 for the 30% regain here. Trying to tie it up a little bit, but you need to be aware of the fact that Raptor still has his. Throws out the Burgerang. Oh, the counter here by Deoxys, just stopping Raptor in his tracks. Tries to go for the air-to-air, but no punish, not fast enough. Raptor! Chucking air projectiles in the air, just trying to stay away. And Raptor just trying to close the gap, forces the clash.
You're fighting the master, rookie. You can't crush this bug.
2-1, that's going to be a 15% health regain. And, you know, I think it was a good call by Deoxys to spend that 1 bar to prevent... Oh, no, and again, the second time, or the third time in this set so far, that it just, he went for the punish. He knows it's going to punish. He knows he can't block, but it just whiffs right under him, and that was pretty much the saving grace for Deoxys in that match.
Blue Beetle, begin.
A little bit of an error there by Raptor. I'm sure Raptor's going to be taking it to the training room to make sure he knows how to punish with this character versus Blue Beetle's shield bash on whiff. Again, the counter there, a big gap in that string, that string that Robin players love to go to. Shield bash and the jump in here by Raptor off the alligator. And a great block there by Deoxys. You kind of saw him getting up, anticipating and recognizing the open. Combo extension here. Beautiful stuff there with that back 3. Now Deoxys just needs to make Raptor block 1 or 2 more projectiles. And Raptor knows that, so he went straight to the crouching stance and goes for the shield bash. Very well and precise timing there by Deoxys. Smart Boomerang will chase you down. Gonna spend the meter to ensure that gray health is gone and to ensure the fact that he's gonna stay in the corner. Oh, and the overhead there by Raptor. The footsies just backing off, waiting for his opening. And again, Deoxys punishing perfectly.
Tell Bruce I made you suffer. That's messed up, bro.
Just punishing perfectly with 2 bars. Now normally 2 bars as the air escape gets you out of the combo, but when you get an additional punish, an additional combo for yourself, that's just absolutely worth it.
Ready to tap out? The out ghouls don't tap.
2 bars, Deoxys gonna get 25% of his health back, pretty much undoing any damage in that existing combo. The straight air to air with the jump in 1, such great range there by Blue Beetle. Raptor checking him as he hits the ground after the jump in normal assassin strike to put him in the corner, and again, there it is. Raptor trying to wait. He didn't want it to whip over his head, and he was just kind of waiting it out, but he just waited a little too long. And Deoxys was able to completely block the punish attempt. Shield bash right in the face as Raptor tries to close this gap. He tries to get in, tries to get something going. Using the alligator again. Neutral jump right here. This is intense. This is very, very close. He's got the bear trap down, so Raptor has to just kind of wait it out. The air projectile game is so serious right here. The low! No one ever expects the low from Robin, and then right after meeting him with the overhead on a meter burn forward 3, Raptor takes that last match. Again, guys, I am Darth Arma. You guys can follow me on Twitter, YouTube, or Twitch. And if you're not subscribed to Raptor's video YouTube channel, please make sure you do that.